Welcome back, listeners, to another episode of the Sports Shots Pod. My name is Isaiah, and I'm here with Kyle. And I just want to make a quick announcement of why we missed last week. Unfortunately, me and my whole family, my wife and my son, we all got sick. We all had a cold. We're all doing a lot better now. And
y'all spreading that Ebola.
I know, dude. It was first my son got sick, and as soon as we heard the first cough, we took him to the doctor. Unfortunately, he had bronchitis. But he is over that now, so that's good. And then my wife got sick, then I got sick. So,
yep, it's like dominoes.
Yep, exactly. You sneeze on one person, then you sneeze on the next person, then you all share. Yeah. So, but we're back. We're back. Sore throat's gone. Cough is almost gone. So we're all good now. And to ease my my throat, no homo. I'm drinking some Jack and Coke.
Clip that.
It's a little cup. So, yeah. What about you, Kyle? What are you drinking?
I need to work the video controls because I could use that soundbite. We're going with something new. This is a delayed birthday present that my sister gave me.
Okay.
It's supposed to be... It's whiskey. This is Wisconsin-made whiskey.
Ah.
Rye whiskey. I'm not sure what it is. It's called Roper's Straight Rye.
Some rye.
Let me put it to the camera.
I see it. I see it. It's nice. It's got a dog on there.
Yeah. And the taste, because I started it last week when she was here, and I hadn't drank it since, because I was waiting for the pod to bring it back out.
Yeah. No, I get you. But we're back. And since we're back, what happened?
I ain't get the fucking taste.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were taste testing.
Damn,
My bad. Sorry.
Damn. Shit.
Golly, it was a big taste. You hold like half the cup in your lips.
First of all, I got big lips. Shit.
Fuck. Guess Kyle's race.
Scratch that out. We can't go one for
That's
one.
a real.
All right, no, it's not. It has a very smooth finish to it. It's not. You can tell some whiskeys where, like, as soon as you take a sip, it kind of like there's that strong aroma that that kind of always is. It can maybe like a shield to stop you from drinking it because like sometimes that aroma
it definitely makes you
good.
second think. Definitely makes you second think.
Not this joint.
Okay.
This shit. It has, and it says it's barrel strength on here, but like there's definitely a sweet aroma. Like it wouldn't taste like that hard whiskey that you would think of. Not like that.
Okay. I actually have a short story about how I got this Jack bottle. So in my work league, I played against the number 1 ranked fantasy team last week, and I was ranked number 9th. I bet him a bottle of Jack. This is a good coworker of mine. Bet him a bottle of Jack that I would beat him. He was 9-2. I was like, what was I? I was like 3-6. Almost. So I had so we played. And I ended up beating him. I ended up winning. So I got a free bottle of Jack, and just cracked it open, finally. So but that was last week.
So we both have gift bottles.
Exactly. So that was last week. But we're on to a new week, and this past week was the Hard Rock Bowl. And I think this was the first time we've seen them play against each other since the Super Bowl, or am I wrong?
Yeah, because, Jim left for college after
that. He did. But John still won again. Score.
Better coach.
Yep, he is. Score was 30-23. Wasn't too much of an exciting game until the second half, but it was good.
I'll be honest, I didn't even catch most of it. I tuned in the second half. That was about it. But I was like off and on paying attention.
It was good. Now, let me ask you this. If Jim wins a Super Bowl, is he better than John?
Yeah, because he did it at both levels.
All right. That's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to make sure. That's what I want to make sure. And everyone knows Jim Harbaugh for his run game, right? And I just find it funny how as soon as he went to the NFL, he drafted his former running back that he had in Michigan. You know.
Yeah.
No, sorry,
you know.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong about that. Blake Corum's on the Rams. That's my bad. I'm wrong.
Wrong LA team.
Yep.
I didn't know. I was just going with you.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, Blake Corum is on the Rams. I'm wrong. But anyway, speaking about players, let's talk about NFL awards, some favorites. Now, I have FanDuel up right now, and if you were to guess in your mind, who do you think's up for MVP? Who's a favorite?
This is Lamar, but I honestly would give it to Saquon.
He's second. Lamar. Lamar's second. Saquon is fourth, actually.
Oh.
I mean,
who the fuck is first?
This is a QB
Allen?
award. Yep, it's
Josh
Allen.
Allen.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm fine with that. Yeah.
It's
all right.
top three all quarterbacks: Allen, Lamar, and Goff. Believe it or not,
Goff deserves to be up there too.
Now, Saquon is highly, highly, highly favorited to win the Offensive Player of the Year, which he should. Man dropped 255 last night and 2 touchdowns.
I mean, it's called the most valuable player.
Agreed.
Just if you want a quarterback award, you can call it the Tom Brady Award or the Dan Marino or the Peyton Manning Award.
Sure.
But if you, and the same thing goes for the Heisman.
Yeah.
If you want a quarterback specific award, just make one. But the MVP stands for the most valuable player.
Agreed.
And right now, and that player has to have value to the team that he's on. Yes, Lamar fits that description because he plays a quarterback position, and he is clearly valuable to the Ravens because if he goes down, they go down.
This is true.
Same could be said for Saquon and the Eagles because
Yes.
how are the Eagles winning their games? Old school.
Yep.
Smash mouth defense.
On the ground.
Running the ball. On the ground. In the trenches.
Yep.
So if you take away... I mean, that tush push only works from about 2 yards out. That shit ain't working anywhere else on the field.
No.
So, again, if you take Saquon out, and from the track record where he came from to where he's at right now, Lamar's been there in the face of that mountain. But right now, honestly, I'm ready for the next thing with Lamar. Because, yeah, he's going to win all the MVPs year in and year out, but we ain't going to fucking win in the playoffs. And we're not going to throw it. I'm still pissed about that game in January. He needs to make it to a Super Bowl now. I'm done with him winning MVPs. You've done everything else. Get to the damn Super Bowl.
Yep. You've done everything there is to do in the regular season. Don't end up like Aaron Rodgers and only win one in a 18-year career.
And then become a cancer everywhere you go.
Exactly. Guess how old Saquon is?
I hate to say, he might be younger than me.
He is younger than you.
Oh, fuck. He's like 29.
He's 27.
Golly, younger than that?
Bro, he's 20. He got drafted in 2018 when he was 21.
What was he, like 21.
Dog. And he's been playing 6 years and he's still doing this.
Yeah. Dude's raking, and he deserves it.
He does.
He needs it. I give it to him.
What he's doing this year is like what J.J. Watt did that one year when he played tight end a few seasons. You know what I'm talking about? He had 5-6 touchdowns total.
And Aaron Rodgers won MVP that season.
I know, because of his wins. That's crazy. You had a guy get 20-plus sacks and then 4 receiving touchdowns.
4 or 5 touchdowns.
Yeah,
again,
come on.
Most valuable player.
Exactly.
I mean, he won Defensive Player of the Year, but
because he
should have won MVP. I think Lawrence Taylor is still the only one to do both.
I do not know that off the top of my head, but I mean, there's no other defensive player that I know since the 90s that has won. While you look that up, I'm going to move on to the Comeback Player of the Year. Now, a lot of these names, sometimes we forget that they were hurt last year. I just want to throw out the tied for the 6th favorite is Damar Hamlin. I don't know how good he's doing this year, but just the man coming back to play is impressive, right? I think he won it last year over Joe Flacco, right or no? Or did Joe Flacco win it? I don't even know.
I think they gave it to Hamlin. I
think
can't
so.
remember.
But yeah, this year's favorite to win it is Joe Burrow. The man is going lights out for his team, but unfortunately, they still have a losing record. Him and Joe Artes, if you have him on fantasy, congratulations. You won the QB wide receiver lottery, but they just can't get it done. But he's favorite for the comeback player of the year. Now, as for offensive rookie of the year, I mean, it's kind of pretty obvious. Favorite is J.J. Daniels. Second is Bo Nix. Lately, Bo Nix has been picking it up. He's been doing really good. And then the odds just drop from 160 to 4,200. And the third is Brock Bowers. That is the biggest drop off I've ever seen. So it's Jane Downs' favorite, and then Bo Nix is like the runner up favorite. So that's that.
Okay, so it took me a while, but it's, believe it or not, it was actually kind of hard to find a stat or to find a website where I didn't have to pay, because Stat News they're giving me all the MVPs. I tell you, no defensive player has won in this century. We could already knock that out. But yeah, we're just gonna say for sake of conversation, I may be right. Taylor was the last one to do it in '86. And it says here, I'm looking at some place called yardbarker.com. It's just wherever I can find the shit. So it seems like it'll work. I mean, they got all the sports, and sports betting. So I ain't spending my money with them. But the fact that I gave y'all a free plug, hopefully y'all spend money with us.
Exactly.
Yeah, Taylor, he won DPOY, and he was the second to win the MVP. Who was the first? You don't know. I don't even know. I'm wasting time asking. It was Alan Hayes. Or did I say his name right? Alan Page.
Oh, DT.
Yep. Oh, so you do know him. Okay,
yeah.
Good. You wouldn't have guessed, but who do you play for?
Oh, he played for the Vikings.
Oh, man. Okay. Good.
Because our alma mater also played during the same time. Almost. John Randall.
Not at the same year as
No.
Page won it in the 70s.
Yeah. The purple people eaters.
Whoa. Fun fact. Also, he served as a judge in the Minnesota Supreme Court for over 20 years.
It's a scary judge.
It's a very scary judge.
Very scary judge. I would not want to break the law with him at the table. You rather get a week jail time or sacked by Alan Page?
I'd rather get sacked by him.
Yeah. I'd rather risk a bruised rib than a week in the pen.
Then in those days, when you got sacked by him, all you did was just did a line of cocaine during halftime. You wouldn't feel a thing.
Yep, smoke a cigar or smoke a cigarette, then you're good to go.
And those guys had 20-year careers. These days, dudes are breaking down from twisting their ankle, and they're done for the whole year. Michael Thomas.
Oh. What's turf toe? What is this turf toe?
I don't know, man.
What is turf toe, bro?
I don't know.
It's an excuse. I think that's what that is.
Well, you could go on Twitter rants, though, and say that Derek Carr was the problem.
I like Derek Carr, though. I don't hate him.
Nah. Yeah, turf toe. I mean, I would guess it would be like a really painful bruise on your big toe. I guess.
Sure.
I don't know.
Sure.
But yeah. Well, I mean, look, we're just trying to stick up for him because I mean he's been out for how long now with turf toe?
I don't know. I've had a kid since he's been out. It's been a while. I think I got my career job and got married.
We both did.
And had a child. Yeah.
Minus the child part.
Lamar Allen got resurrected before.
Oh man, I was about to say that he died and came back, and he's still been out. Shit.
Exactly. But speaking of football, we're over halfway through the season now, so let's talk about some playoff seeding. So, at the number one seeds in both conferences, we got the Chiefs and the Lions. Yes, that makes sense. I think the Lions seem like they could put up 40 every game, but look at their
Who
division.
wins between the Lions and the Eagles for the NFC Championship?
It is. And speaking of the Eagles, they're second in NFC. Bills are second in the AFC. Then we got Steelers, Seahawks, Texans, Falcons. And wild cards, we all know we have 3 wild cards here. For the AFC, we got the Ravens, believe it or not, Chargers and Broncos. And for NFC, we got the Vikings at 9-2 because they're in the same division as the Lions. Packers 8-3. That's 3 NFC North teams, and then the Commanders 7-5. So, since we're halfway, I'm gonna predict a Lions Ravens, what it should have been last year, Super Bowl. What about you, my good friend?
Same.
I
Should
like
have been
it.
that last year.
I like it. What's one sneaky team you think that could sneak into the Super Bowl? I'm gonna go.
Packers.
Ooh, that's a good one. I was gonna go with the Packers in NFC. Yeah,
Yeah. I think
that's a good pick.
Jordan Love, that gunslinger mentality is gonna hurt him, but I mean, like, yeah, the 49ers was kind of like banged up and shit, but I don't know. I'm not going off of one game and how they look, but it's just one of those random thoughts, one of the random teams where you kind of don't know why, but you know that they're capable of doing it. You thought they almost did last year. Or, I mean, beating Dallas is kind of easy these days.
Yeah.
I'll give it to them. If I had to pick one, if I had to pick a second team, it would probably be Buffalo. But
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like they may choke themselves out like they do every year.
True. Now, Kyle, I added this last bullet point to our NFL/NCAA recap. It's we got another ball boy being big to a football player. As we mentioned before in previous podcasts, that we had Shiloh Sanders get his ball knocked out of his hand by a Texas Tech football player, and now we have a Marshall player going toe to toe with a football player. Now you will be able to see this if you are watching the YouTube. Right?
You trying to get us in trouble again?
No, never. Listen, I'm gonna crop out the source. They're not gonna know where it's from. You can't know where it's from if I crop out the source. Maybe we'll add this source, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna see this. This is what the fuck happened?
So let me show you. Now, it's a 36-second video. It's not that long. Kyle, unfortunately, you won't be able to hear sound. Waiting for the update on this platform for that. But our viewers,
just commentate for me.
Our viewers were able to hold sound. So, just letting you know, it's the end of game. Players are doing their own thing. This Marshall player is taking, I assume, what is a touchdown ball. But I mean, I think that's all the context that you need. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a timestamp for myself, and I am going to play it. And play.
What the fuck?
See this? They're tussling. This is more than the Texas Tech ball boy. And it'll show again.
Why is he? Why is he? So they took a knee and he just started running, and the ball boy wanted to snatch the ball from him. Was the play still in action when the ball boy made contact with the player?
No, it was over. It was get out of here, Dion.
Y'all lost.
Get out of here. No, it was over. It was over.
So he was just running with the ball?
Yeah, it was just running the ball. I guess it was like a game-ending interception. Maybe. And Marshall player was just running to the ball. He wants to keep the ball. He picked it, right? Ball boy didn't want any of that. And I guess this soon would look like a
So
DT.
the ball boy was salty.
Yeah, yeah. When it was assumed like what was a DT kind of, manhandled him in a way.
Understood.
But yeah, but we have...
Hey, he ride or die, though.
Exactly. We have ball boys, they're like the water boy in the Adam Sandler movie.
Hey, man. They just want their shine, too. Shit.
they're trying to get some field time also. They're tired of being on the practice squad.
For real, man. Let them get their 15 minutes of shame. Well, yeah, shame. Because, I mean, you got sacked. So, like, Diet Coke, really?
Yeah, man. Gotta watch my sugar intake, I'm old.
That's worse, though.
Listen, I'm not trying to make whiskey taste better. I'm just not trying to get wasted. You know what I'm saying?
Then why you drink?
Stop it. Stop. That's not the goal, Kyle. Gosh, you alcoholic.
It's not the goal, but... Like,
that's not the only outcome.
shit.
All right? But, speaking of videos, we're going to spoil our viewers and show them another video.
Fuck.
We're moving on to the NBA.
Oh.
Right? Now, if you don't know, I think a week and a half ago now, LaMelo Ball did a post-game interview when they beat the Bucks. And he was answering a question by the interviewer, said something a little sus, said no homo, and he got fined for it. Now, I don't remember the exact amount, but I think it was like 5 figures.
I didn't know. I thought he just said it just out of just random context, but with you saying that he said something, you're a Gen Z or so sus, I would just say gay.
Yes, exact same thing. The same three letter word, just yeah.
Just more PC. I know.
PG.
I mean, what did he say? Because then that's probably what the fine was for.
Here. You won't be able to hear it. Our viewers will, but I will tell you.
Then what's the point of playing it? Yeah, just tell me.
Hold on. Well, let me.
So I don't know.
Hold on.
I mean, everyone's getting fined for something these days.
All right. So she asked him, so how'd y'all do to basically defend the last shot? He asked, oh, you asking about the last shot? And she said yes. He's like, well, we loaded up. No homo. And then that's kind of what happened. You're on mute, good sir.
That's his own dumbass fault for saying that. Like, what was the point? What was the point in that? Like, just young, man. Just say stupid shit. Kids don't really think things through, man. Especially when you got a whole lot of money. You don't really need to think anymore. So, like, that's stupid. Yeah. Fine. How much did they fine him? Like 6 figures, you said?
No, I think it was 10,000.
Man,
I think
that's like $5 for them. That's like me and you having $1 in our pocket for these dudes, man.
Let me see. Let me just double check so I'm not lying. Oh, sorry. It was $100K.
That's still ain't shit.
It was $100K. But
they pay more in taxes.
For the viewers, I will play the audio now.
What did you see right here when Giannis took that shot and everyone was underneath the basket for that rebound?
You said that last play when he took the shot? Yeah, we loaded up. That's what we wanted. Put the hand up and then just live with the results.
But that's what happened. Soft generation. Is what it is.
Dumb generation.
That too. Can't control it.
We're part of it.
Yeah, I know. I fall in the age group. Oh well. Can't do much.
Yeah, you more so than me.
I do, yeah. I barely missed the cut. You're like the young millennial.
I'm not at the cutoff though.
No, I'm like well
I'm kind of there.
What the cutoff was 95, right?
97.
Well, if it's 97, then I'm the youngest millennial because I was 97.
Hey man, anything to help you.
Exactly. But over these past 2 weeks, we finally got MLB awards.
Yeah, why do they wait so late? I don't like. Everyone is turned off of this shit. Y'all should do it like how the NFL does, and like announce it right before
the Super Bowl,
the World Series.
Yeah, they do it the Saturday night before the Super Bowl. Everyone's anticipating the Super Bowl, so you get more viewers in this award show.
NBA, they named their MVP during the playoffs.
Yes. Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Like baseball, that's just what happens when you run by old dinosaurs, man. Like they keeping everything exactly how it is. Like everyone is completely turned off. I done forgot about all the shit, and especially if your team don't even make it to the playoffs. You checked out from September.
Yeah,
I mean, we're November 26th, and y'all just now naming the damn MVP.
Exactly.
Like, no, it's just crazy. And we already knew who was going to be on both sides. So,
yeah, exactly. There was no real question about it.
Yeah, and if Shohei pitches next year, he's winning it again.
Yep. But one thing I do want to talk about, I'm going to quiz you right now on this. So, the American League Cy Young, Tariq Schoolball, National League Cy Young, Chris Sale. Both Triple Crown winners in their respective leagues. Sorry.
Leagues.
So, when was the last time both the American League Cy Young and the National League Cy Young won the Triple Crown?
Well, for the American League, it was Verlander in 2011.
That's right. That is the year.
National League.
He's got the year, and he's already got the AL. He just needs to finish it off with the National League Cy Young.
National League. That's going to be tough. Was it a Braves pitcher?
A Braves pitcher?
A Braves.
Oh, a Braves pitcher, no.
Okay.
It was not.
Dodgers?
Yes.
Greinke?
No.
Kershaw?
Yep.
Okay.
Justin Verlander, Clayton Kershaw.
What year, though? What year?
You said
16?
the year already.
For Kershaw?
Yeah.
It was 2011 also?
Yeah, that's the year that both the American League and the National League Cy Young winner got the Triple Crown.
Oh, I thought they were like in different years they did it. I didn't
No,
even know
it's
Kershaw wanted it.
the same
They
year.
did it in the same year?
The same year.
Wow. Okay.
So just like this year, Schoolball and Sale did it this year. Verlander and Kershaw did it in 2011. That was the last time.
I knew the answer without even knowing
Exactly,
the answer.
yeah. See,
So it's like I passed. You notice I passed all your quizzes. So
well, because I asked you
make them that
baseball,
hard.
okay? You know baseball. All right.
Yeah.
Last time you couldn't get Barry Sanders in top 5 rushing. I asked you the top 5 rushing yards.
That's probably because of how you worded the
okay,
question,
stop it. Stop it.
So, yeah.
Stop making excuses. But I want to talk about one Rookie of the Year, the National League. It wasn't even close. Paul Skeens. Dude was lights out. 1.96 ERA.
He'll be a Dodger in 6 years.
Oh, yeah.
Pittsburgh, they ain't paying him.
You know, he's going to ask for $70 million like Juan Soto is.
He's either going to be a Dodger, Yankee, Philly. Just to stick it to him, a Cardinal. Because they could afford it.
Cardinals got cash like that?
That's old money. It's the same family that owns the team. You know what old money is, right?
What's that? Explain it to me. I'm a young buck.
We need to get you more caught up on like more racial history. that usually has a certain connotation when you say.
They had people work for them, is what you're saying. A lot of crops.
I'm not saying that. You ain't about to get me sued.
You're saying there's a lot of crops involved.
Moving on. Before Isaiah gets me in trouble.
Alrighty.
So the Astros.
Yeah.
No more. No more MMP.
No more Minute Maid. Now it's fucking Dakin. What is a
Is that how
Dakin?
you say it? I don't know.
Damn AC company. I appreciate your AC, but Dakin Park?
It's gonna be weird not calling it the juice box. Driving
How many?
Driving up
How many?
59.
How many jokes are there could be like, hey, you want to go Dick Park?
That doesn't go.
No?
You just
All
wanted
right.
to find-
Well, then
you
it was
just
just me
wanted to
then.
find some way to get dick in there, so clip that.
I'll clip it.
You just wanted to find an excuse.
I think the excuse was there. But no, the contract was like 15 years, right? Or 10 years? Something like that. So
no, it's not us getting paid for it.
no, but it'd be like, hey.
I just know with the money that they're getting from the Japanese, you better sign Bregman.
Yeah, you better be signing some or keeping some people, you know? But
Stop being cheap.
I want you to name your top 3 favorite moments of Minute Maid Park in history.
Let's see. One would be, I'm not going to rank them, I'm going to just name them.
Mm-hmm.
One would be watching Bradledge close out the Cubs to clinch the 2005 wild card. Another would be seeing Marlon Gonzalez break up that perfect game against Yu Darvish.
You were there
Funny
for that
story.
game, right?
Funny story. I knew what was going on because this is when Astros was sucking. Tickets were cheap, so I said chickens. Tickets were cheap.
Chicks were cheap back then.
Yeah, they were. For real, they were. I mean, at that time, they was sucking, so they were kind of giving them away anyway. Melissa was there. She was ready to go by like the 6th inning because it was already like 8-1. And I'm like, I look at the score and I look at where the Astros were in the batting order, and I was like, holy fuck, he's only faced the minimum. I told her, we ain't leaving. I don't care if it was against us. It was fucking history. And imagine if it had happened, I would have had a ticket.
You would have had a ticket. You could have kept that ticket. Historical
As soon as he
ticket.
got that hit in the bottom of the ninth with 1 out, all right, let's go.
Wow, you could have been. You could have finished it.
They already lost. It didn't even fucking matter.
The last inning, you were supporting the other team.
It pains me to say, it was the Rangers, right?
I know, yeah.
I just wanted to see a perfect game.
Okay.
That's it. Third moment. I'm gonna just throw one out there because I left Houston right before they started turning into the juggernaut that they are. So I'm gonna go way back, and I'm gonna say there was and it was a weekday game. So the fact that my mom even let my dad take me made it even more fun.
On a school night?
Because
Kyle, how could you? I hope you got spanked when you got home.
Man, oh my god, man, fuck you. Nothing happened. Because we was restricted to the weekends and shit. But like this particular matchup, it was Roger Clemens versus Josh Beckett.
Whoa!
So like we had to fucking go.
Yeah.
This is when the Marlins was. This was the year the Marlins were good.
Okay.
Well, after they won the World Series, so. Yeah, and then of course we had Clemens, so like any game he pitched was a must see. So yeah, I would say those are my top 3.
Hey,
at Minute Maid.
Okay, but no, that's a good top 3. I'm gonna name my top 3. Mine are gonna be. So I'm laughing because Kyle just put the whiskey bottle on the camera. But I'm gonna name my top 3. They're all recent. I didn't start watching the Astros again until I got into college, which was 2015, right?
Bandwagon.
Okay, all right, buddy. Where are you right now? Get out of here. Just kidding.
Hey.
So,
My first game.
I
can give it my top Astrodome moment.
Okay, all right. Listen, we get it. You're old. All right, you're in your 30s. Listen, my top 3. 2017. Jose Altuve, walk-off, Yankees. Right? It's 2017. Am I wrong? Don't tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, he's hit a couple.
To go to the World Series off of Chapman.
Oh, you're talking about top 3 moments at any point in Minute Maid. I thought you meant like when I was in Minute Maid.
Oh, okay. I've already been to Minute Maid twice. I only have 2 moments.
All right. Well, those were my moments in
person. Gotcha.
In person.
Well, at least you still have the Yu Darvish one. You know.
Yeah.
There's down. Yeah. So mine are anytime. At least the games that I watched.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I watched.
Fine. That's fine. I gave my personal moment.
Sure.
You can give anytime.
Sure. Now, this next one's probably my favorite, but I'm not ranking them like you are. 2021 Yordan Alvarez walk-off against Seattle. That one, oh my gosh. I remember you called me. Like,
I scared the shit out of my cat.
I scared the shit out of my neighbors.
Oh, man. Dude, I was bouncing around the house when he hit that shit.
I remember you called me like 30 seconds after it happened. I was going crazy. Christy called me like 2 minutes after. She was at practice, and she called me. She's like, did you see that? And I've never felt so excited, happy.
We should have lost that game.
Oh, yeah. It was 2 outs with the former Cy Young pitcher closing out.
Yeah, but with the Astros, they be tattooing Robbie Ray.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
But yeah,
so that's why I was glad when he brought him in the game.
Yeah, second pitch gone. No, that was one of the most. That's probably the most exciting moment I've ever felt. And then my third watching is Christian Javier combined no hitter in the World Series against the Phillies.
Okay, that was on the road.
Oh, okay, fine. Yankees. Or did he do it? He did it.
Road.
Yeah, damn it. Now I have to come with something else. I slacked. Please tell me Luis Garcia and Phil Maton's immaculate innings were at home.
On the road.
Okay, well, you know what? Fuck me. I gave my top 2 moments. Those are my top 2 moments. Scratch it out. Bleep out top 3 and put 2 moments. Let's move on.
So long, Minute Maid.
You will be missed.
Hello, Japanese and other Asian countries, money coming into America. Because it's all over. They're going to start manufacturing in America to get around those tariffs.
Mm-hmm. Let's move on to something out of the big 3. So, this past week, Netflix hosted or streamed a fight.
Yeah, they owe me money.
Greatest fight of the century, that some people were talking about. Now, I thought this was a meme or comedy ever since it was released. A 50-year-old Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, right?
Do you think Canelo will come out and fight Jake Paul?
Canelo would destroy Jake Paul. Canelo's only legit loss that I kind of is to Floyd, but Floyd fought him when he was super young. Now no one's gonna beat Canelo.
I actually remember that fight.
Yeah, I do too. Canelo was like undefeated.
I remember when Canelo was an undercard.
Yes. Now Canelo's the man.
Yeah.
And how he talks is like, I mean, I won't make fun of him, right? He could knock me out. But how he talks, hey, fuck you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, watching the only boxing fights I watch is Canelo. That's who I watch. If Canelo's fighting, I'll host. Like, I will host the event.
Biased.
I don't care. If he has a Dos Equis in his hand, I'm drinking Dos Equis that night. If he has Ultra, which I think Ultra is the one that sponsors him now, I'll drink Ultra. But Canelo and Jake Paul.
If you suck a dick that night, you would too.
I think. I mean, I'm not cheering for you, Kyle. I will put half my savings on Canelo if he fought Jake Paul. I can't put all my savings because I'm not that crazy. But I will put half my savings on Canelo if he fought him. That's a confidence.
If he barks, you'll jump.
But the thing is, they're way far in weight. I think Canelo fights around 170 and Jake is over 200 pounds right now. So, yeah, but no, Canelo half the fights were damn buffering. And that worries me is because they're hosting the Christmas Day NFL games. And NFL...
Dude, I was so pissed during that shit because, like, I just mainly wanted to see Tyson knock his ass out. I want to see Tyson go off script. He's going to say, fuck this, or, however his I can't really talk with a list. But I'm not going to do it too much. He'll knock my ass out, kind of like Canelo would do you.
He might, yeah. I might go out one punch, but he could get me. If he gets me in the lungs, that's probably over. The liver.
Oh, man, if he gets me in the lungs, I'm done.
Yeah. I'll tap out in boxing. Can you tap out in boxing? I'll tap out.
Speaking of lungs, I gave up. I didn't even watch after. It was for the end of that Serrano Taylor fight.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of stopped buffering, and then the post match speeches between both of them. Damn, that shit was live. I was like, oh, they about to make another fight just based off of that shit. Mm-hmm. And I would actually pay to see that. See those two women. They was actually the highlight of the night for me.
Did you see Mike Tyson's interview in his locker room?
I wish I didn't.
Did you see those bare ass cheeks? Golly, man, what's he doing just walking around like that?
They knew what they was doing.
What did Netflix do? Why did Netflix do that? They're like, listen, the fights suck. We need to get some naked Mike Tyson on this shit. We need to get some bare ass. We need views to get up. We need buffering, but don't buffer on the ass.
And it did.
Did it?
Yes. It was for me, it did.
Oh, okay, that's good. So was it like the buffer just on his ass, just suckling his ass?
Well, like it was pixelated,
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, I think it did. It's just buffering all.
I was asleep.
The fact that we saw it. Yeah, you were asleep. You missed the whole night. I was texting you throughout the night.
I fell asleep before the Serrano and Taylor fight. Yeah. My baby fell asleep. I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this. Fell asleep.
Yeah, you missed the whole thing. I don't know what Netflix is going to do for these games, man.
The NFL came out.
Texas on it.
NFL came out and said, they're like, oh, you don't have to worry about the buffering. That's not going to happen. Bro.
How much did Netflix pay them extra
to say that?
PR. Yeah.
Bro, it's like, what do you mean that's not going to come out? They're 1-for-1 for streaming big events and 1-for-1 for buffering. You can't say, like, oh, it's not going to happen when it's 100% happened. Anyway, that's just my little rant about saying stuff's not going to happen while history says it is.
It's gonna happen.
But anyway,
Netflix wasn't made. They should stick to movies, stick to one season shows, stick to basic ass shit. That
agreed.
I haven't had Netflix in years.
Listen, just stick to Christmas movies, okay? Christmas coming up. I want to show my kids some Christmas movies.
Nah, right? Hallmark got that on lock.
Oh, dog. My mother loves Hallmark, man. I would walk.
What mother doesn't?
I would walk into my living room sometimes and see my mom crying. I look, it's a Hallmark movie. I was like, Mom, you okay? She was like, yeah.
And it's the same plot. Some dude. First of all, everyone is wearing the same shit. All the Christmas clothes, all the flannel, all that shit. Some dude working in the Christmas city or whatever the fuck in the city or in the mall. And then the girl that's supposed to be big shot, family wants her to, like, is one or the other. Family either wants her to follow her career, but she wants to fall in love, or she wants to follow her career, but the family wants her to fall in love. So it's like it's either or. And then like they don't like each other at first, then they start hanging out, and now all of a sudden they like each other, happy ending, or the families don't like each other in the beginning, then they do at the end, and it's all the same shit.
Yeah, no, I mean you're not wrong. I agree with you, and sometimes it's the same actors too.
They just recycle.
They do.
Hey, constant work.
Yeah, it does. But that's enough. That's been 44 minutes of sports. Let's move on to some real life shit as we chug these drinks.
As we chug these drinks.
Sports listeners, we're talking about real life now. So if you wanted to hear from sports, stay in. You might hear some good stuff.
God damn fucking paywalls. All right, here we go.
Talk to me.
All right, Isaiah. You know what a wrongful death lawsuit is like, right?
I know the definition. Okay.
What if you was on construction and then you died and the crane hit you on the head and you died? Chrissy could sue your company for wrongful death.
Okay. Yes.
She would win.
Damn.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hey, a crane fell on your head, man. That's pure malpractice.
Yeah.
Textbook.
No, yeah. You're right. You're right.
So, there's wrongful death. Have you ever heard of wrongful conception?
No. I've not.
But, sir, there is one. And guess what? It happened in my backyard here in Minnesota, which, by the way, is fucking cold as shit outside right now, man.
Yeah,
It's like 20 degrees.
Oh my gosh, that's like a middle school basketball game score.
I'm not gonna say the joke.
Don't you dare say that. You keep that an inside joke, and it will stay inside, sir. Kyle had to mute his mic. That's why he's laughing so much. He got to mute. Golly. Can't take this man anywhere.
Man, I was about to get this shit shut down and get you in trouble.
Exactly. We got something a little good going on. You're over here about to end it real quick in 30 seconds.
Oh man, shit.
Anyway, go ahead and talk about your wrongful conception lawsuit in your backyard in Minnesota.
Oh man, I did good. I held myself.
Go ahead, take a reeler.
You should have said middle school. There was a wrongful conception lawsuit.
Okay.
Up here. And the couple was awarded $1.1 million. What happened was there was a Minnesota urology clinic where a man, I'll just keep the details vague, a man went in for, what he thought was supposed to be a simple vasectomy. Mm-hmm. Got the green light from the nurse walking out that everything's good. So, him and his wife, what do you think he got the vasectomy for? He already got 2 kids with the wife. Turns out the wife came out saying, I'm pregnant again.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
After he got snipped?
After the snippage, after the clearance. He went home prepared to get the gifts that you see on the memes where, like, the wife gifts the husband a box of oatmeal cream pies.
I see. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So he partaked.
Right.
And God had other plans.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, they love their child.
Of course.
Don't get me. They love their
All
child.
$1.1 million of it.
All $1.1 million of it. I wish I should have saved the article that I had from last week when I was looking at it, because I'm trying to find it, because it had a full breakdown.
But like, how do we know he didn't just save it and then freeze it like they do at sperm banks?
It doesn't say.
Did the lawyer not think of that? Did the office have a shitty lawyer?
The lawyer was thinking. Wait, whose lawyer?
The doctor's office lawyers.
Or,
The clinic. Like, can't they use that as a defense? Like, no.
I mean, the fact that the nurse told him and gave him the green light. I mean, that's malpractice in itself, right there.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm acting like I know exactly what happens after a vasectomy. Maybe you have to wait a certain amount of time before you get the green light, but the nurse gave him that, maybe. So,
hey,
I guess
know what? You know what? It happened. And the wife... Now, I do remember when I was originally looking at it, part of the settlement was an amount specific to the wife, because that pregnancy caused her to miss out on the bonus at her job because she couldn't take a promotion.
Isn't that against, like, FMLA?
That's a whole different case, buddy.
Okay.
And if there's a lawyer listening, you probably stoked their interest.
I'm pretty sure that's against...
Well, I mean, when you think about it, she had to stay home because she was pregnant or whatever. And she couldn't, do, the work that needed to be done. And she had no choice but to stay home.
Yeah, well, FMLA is if you cannot get demoted or you can't get a decrease in pay.
Well, she didn't get demoted. She just couldn't take she just couldn't take the job offer. It didn't say that she got demoted.
Gotcha. Well, then
she just missed out on the opportunity that was presented to her. That she probably it had to go to someone else.
Okay.
So,
well, that I get it.
Think about it though. If you're in her shoes, she's thinking that she can accelerate with her career. She already got her kids. Her family is set. She ain't planning on another pregnancy, and then boom, you're pregnant again.
Yeah, listen.
Now she can't take this job. That sucks for her.
As a newly father, newly parent, it's tough. Doing a baby over again, that's tough. And especially when you're expecting, something big in your career, and then, not that having a baby is a bad thing, but just you need to take a pause because priorities.
And you're dealing with it right now, childcare.
Yeah. Oh, dude, childcare is pricey. It is pricey. Just having someone watch your kid for 8 hours a day is crazy. But that's just how it is.
Good for them. I guess they got 1.1 million. They got a nice little milli out of it. So that clinic, needless to say, they fired that nurse. That's probably the first thing they did.
Yeah. But anyway, let's move on to your next real life topic.
Next one. It's funny how we talk about how a couple love the life that they brought into the world and will cherish the life that they brought into the world. Well, we're going to segue to a guy that wanted to take his own life from this world.
No.
His family. Yeah, dark, huh?
A little bit.
Wisconsin man fakes his death to flee his family, and they found him in Eastern Europe. And mainly because this has a lot to do with insurance fraud, because there was an insurance policy that was taken out, and he went kayaking and his kayak overturned. Search party for a few days. He left his hat and his life jacket just floating in the water.
He left his cat?
His hat.
I was about to call him an asshole. Well, he is his asshole. But I was calling him an extra asshole.
So, yeah. Dude was in fucking Europe. He wanted to get away from his family. How
long do you think you have to plan this out? It's got to be months,
dude,
right?
You plan it. You got to, man. This is fucking Europe, man. So first of all, you got to get another identity. Then you got to get a passport. That shit takes months. This dude was planning this shit since COVID.
Yeah. He probably even had an accent. He changed his accent too while I was over there. But $375K, that's not. I wouldn't call that enough money to go away and to do your own thing.
How do you to live off of that? Let's say, for instance, you just go to Europe. You don't have a job. First of all, you don't even. I didn't see what country he went in Europe, so we don't know how the state of the economy is in there.
Right.
But let's just take, for instance, let's use. Is Greece in the EU?
It's in Europe.
Because their economy sucks, and I know their currency sucks.
Yeah.
So let's say he went to Greece,
right?
How bad is inflation there compared to America if their dollar was already crashing? Do you really think... Well, first of all, let's hope you're smart enough to go to somewhere like Switzerland or some shit. Because, number one...
Or even Mexico.
There's extradition. Remember, you got to. That's the next thing you got to think about.
Yeah.
You got to go somewhere. Yeah, the money, especially since it's U.S. dollars. If you use it in a bank, bank out there that does business with the U.S., they can freeze those accounts.
This is true.
And we got to. People, don't take notes from me and don't act like if you're in the FBI, I am not engaging in any activity.
Yeah, relax, FBI. This ain't a crime podcast, all right?
Yeah, for real.
Stop listening. Yeah,
there is true crime podcasts, but
sure.
that's not what this is.
That ain't
Alright,
us.
So, you're not getting a job. Like because you want to lay low. Let's say you don't get a job, you just lay low with that $375. Okay, maybe you could buy a cheap house somewhere. You ain't got to work, but you still
You
gotta
could
pay
buy
taxes every year.
Yeah.
And then you gotta you got that. You gotta eat every day. You gotta buy clothes.
Mm-hmm.
What if you gotta have a friend or something close to you to help you with this shit? You gotta pay him off.
You gotta have an acquaintance,
preferably a lawyer or some shit,
or that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So like there's a lot of shit that you gotta plan out. And how long do you think you're gonna live? I didn't say how old he was. Let's say he's like 50. Let's see. Does it have his age on here? 44 years old. Dude, if you're in good health at 44, you may live a good minute. Is 375 gonna stretch out to like when you're in your 80s?
No way. I mean, that maybe last. What if you do 10 years? That's only 37 and a half a year. You know, that's not
Gonna last.
That's nothing. You know.
So you're gonna have to get work, and then you're gonna have to keep your identity low.
Yeah. So did he have any? Was there any consequences for this man?
Oh, there's gonna be consequences. That's insurance fraud.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if he's already been convicted or.
See, it doesn't say. See, I'm looking. We're going through here. They say when he searched. It says currently he's facing no charges. What is this man? I can't. This article sucks right here because it says what he did. Okay. NPR. Here we go. Let's see. Let's say he staged his death. Of course. He's in jail. That's a mugshot. Blah blah blah. He went through Canada. That's where he left.
Ah.
So he took a bike. He rode his e-bike from 70 miles from Madison. He boarded a bus to Detroit. And then he went to the Canadian border. So
he rode 77 miles on an e-bike?
This paragraph doesn't make sense. It says, on the lake, he flipped his kayak, discarded his phone, and then paddled the small boat to shore. From there, he rode his e-bike some 70 miles to Madison. Okay, he rode his bike 70 miles to Madison, Wisconsin, and took a bus from Madison to Detroit.
E-bike. God, one charge, 70 miles?
Yeah.
God,
real,
man, some trucks don't even get that in gas.
For real, some Teslas don't. And then the batteries are going to explode. But yeah, he took a bike to Madison, and then he took a bus from Madison to Detroit, and then he took a bus there from Detroit to the Canadian border, which is right across the river in Detroit. You'll end up in Windsor, Canada, like right there,
Gotcha.
Just across the bridge. And then from there, it didn't say exactly he went to Windsor because the article ends right there on this news. I'm gonna go ahead and quote y'all. This is NPR. This is y'all I'm reading from the 22nd. So this was this week. They say he's alive. I mean, he's alive, obviously. But
he didn't drown.
Yeah, he didn't drown. But yeah, it doesn't say if they're going to bring him back to America or even they can even extradite him. But the fact that he pulled it off is something that was like, damn, you really wanted to get away from your people.
Damn.
But yeah, so that was that one.
On to
last story. Yeah, and the last one. I'm struggling on the timing of it and when it actually happened. But
sure.
The fact that it happened, I'm embarrassed to say. I say, when I tell you what happened and I tell you who did it, you could probably take a guess. But we need to stop with this dining and dashing. And the whole group skipped out on a $420 bill at this restaurant. A group, yes.
Do we know how big the group was?
How big the group was?
Like 5?
How many people?
10 people?
How many people
Yeah.
or the size of the people? Because that's a legit
both.
question for
both. I want to know both.
Okay, it was a lot of people.
The number
it
and
was
the
a lot of
average
people.
weight.
Average weight, probably about 250.
They all. That could be 2 people.
Some of them look like 2 people. Bruh, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for us, and that's and honestly, that's kind of why black people get the looks that they get when they go out on places. Like when shit like this happens, it's a bad look for all of us. Stop doing ghetto shit. God, man, if you can't afford it, if you broke, just be broke.
Go get your ramen noodles. Go get you some water and sit your ass down.
Bruh, man, like this is ghetto ratchet shit, and nothing annoys me more.
$420
yeah,
on a group bill.
yeah. Do you know there was automatic gratuity on that shit?
That's nothing though. Oh, for a group?
Of like, I think it said it was like 16.
Oh my gosh, that's nothing, dude.
That's nothing. Hold on, let me do the math on that because
It's
from
like
what I was reading, it was saying
$25 per person. Quick,
26.25.
quick math by Isaiah Kano. Listen, that's why I got my civil engineering degree. But $25. Listen, now this is not a flex, whatever, right? I am blessed. Me and my wife are blessed with our career jobs. We were able to take my parents out to a very nice dinner on their birthday, and one bill came out to like $505 for 4 people. And I paid that because it was my mom and dad's dinner. You know, I love my mom and dad to death. They deserve it. I want to pay them back for all the thousands of dollars they spend raising me, right? But if you have even 10 plus people dine and dash on a $420 bill, what was the restaurant? Was it like? Do we know, like what they serve?
It was a Mexican restaurant.
Oh, you
Sorry.
bastards! You dirty bastards! I don't want you ever disrespecting my people again like that. They gave you good ass cheap food and you ditched them. The chips are free too, fuckers. God,
the update.
You got the big sweet tea and the big red glasses and you dashed.
And the big margarita.
Oh my god.
Update, the bill did get paid by, I'm looking at this news article, it says that a grandparent had called and paid in full.
Oh, that's so sad. That's so embarrassing. I feel bad for the grandparent and I feel embarrassed.
But the thing is, I wonder why this shit is trending so much, because this shit happened, like, I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at this news article, this shit happened in 2018.
I mean, some videos just pop up out of nowhere. Sometimes people don't release them until years later.
When I saw the shit, I was like, what the fuck? I don't know how it showed up on my shit, on my news timeline. But I looked at it, and I was like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. And then when I saw, I was like, yeah, there's a way. Sorry, though, that it was at a Mexican restaurant, though. I'm sure the food was good.
Oh, I'm sure it was. Tally. Don't dine and dash, man. There was one time, I'm gonna tell a personal story. A real personal story. I was dating my wife. We were like freshmen in college. I took her out to eat with $50 in my bank account. The bill came out to $46. This was like 2015. This was almost 10 years ago now, or 9 years ago. I was looking at the menu because I knew exactly what was in my bank account. And I got the cheapest burger that I could get. Now, I didn't tell Christy. This might be the first time she might hear this. I didn't tell Christy this, how much. I told her, hey, get whatever you want. We were at Logan's. We were at Logan's. I found the cheapest thing that could fill me up, and I just ordered that with a water.
Bro, I felt that being on the bank, knowing what's in the bank account on the date, and then you getting the cheapest thing on there, because it's like, look, I wanted to take you out.
Yeah.
I don't want you to know on the first date or whatever that I'm a broke ass. You gonna find out.
Yeah, you'll
just
find
not
out.
Tonight.
Exactly.
Just not tonight. I only got X amount of dollars in here, and I'm restricting myself to this. When they say, "Do you want dessert?" Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Because a slice of cheesecake is like $7.65, $8 or some shit. For two, that's like $16.
Exactly.
Plus tax. So, like, you get one piece, you share it. But she gets more. She gets more.
Of course.
Like, yeah, like if you're really trying to cheap out. So, like, young boys listening, you're going on a date and you only got X amount of dollars in your bank account. Come to the date partially full.
Yes.
That
Eat some
way,
snacks.
Eat something before you go, so she eats more, and you basically just paying for her. Be full off the appetizer. Get something small.
Right.
If you broke and you really want to take her out, and you don't want her to know that you a cheap ass, just make sure you eat before you go. So that way, when you get to the restaurant, she's the one that's doing the eating, and it's almost like you're paying for one.
Exactly.
So what could be like a $60, $70 bill may only be about $40.
Yep.
Now, with that being said, tip on the date.
Yeah. I think I only tipped like 10% at that day. That's all I could afford.
So that's like $3.
Yeah, that's all I could.
You cheap motherfucker.
That's all No, I think she might have get given the tip in cash, like a few bucks. Maybe. I don't know. I just know that.
Man, the graduation, when you're like 18, 19. Oh, I just saw, we just got swatted. Alabama's up by 7.
Ouch.
Midway through the second. We just got swatted down.
But I mean, to close us out, just don't dine and dash.
Yeah.
Know what you have and know what you can afford. All right. And if some people felt like too scared that their group was walking out, so they wanted to walk out too, then just pay for your portion. Just say, I'll pay for this, and none of the stains are on your clothes, But do better. And don't do it at a fucking Mexican restaurant, you asshole. Golly. Thank y'all for listening. I'm Isaiah. I'm with Kyle. We'll catch y'all next week. We appreciate y'all. See ya.